Hey there guys, this is Ultragrunt. We are back in Fallout New Vegas. Last time, we got the B-29 bomber from Lake Mead and gave it back to the boomers. This time, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm coming down to the NCR HQ, or whatever it is, where the Ambassador is, inside the New Vegas Strip. But, I don't know what I'm going to do after that. I'm just coming here to report that the boomers are friendly to us now and will help us out. But I do have something funny to tell you. When I was running here in that last section of this area, there was a Brahmin just going berserk and running really fast towards this gate and just suddenly disappeared. And unfortunately I didn't have Shadowplay running to record it. But it was hilarious. I don't know what was going on, it was so bizarre. Anyway, so I need to go and talk to the Ambassador here. And I need to decide what I can do from there. I could go and do the stuff that is required to be done to access Boone's side quest, because I've had to look it up, and I've learned how to do it. Something to do with like this history point system, where you have to like do a load of certain actions and certain quests to, you know, improve his trust. It's a weird selection, and you can actually fail it altogether and not be able to get a side quest, but I could go and do that. I don't know if I want to do that yet, but if I can't think of anything, we'll go and do that. So let's talk to Ambassador Dennis Crocker.
It's good to have a friend of the NCR here. What can I do for you?
I wanted to talk to you about the boomers.
I hope you've returned with good news. Are they willing to help the NCR?
The boomers have agreed to help me.
Excellent work. I can't tell you how useful that will be. In any event, I have another assignment ready and waiting for you. But we can speak of it later. Rest up, and when you're ready, speak to me again.
Well, let's talk to him and see what his assignment is first.
It's good to have a friend of the NCR here.
Earlier you mentioned another assignment?
So I did. As you may have noticed, our position here in New Vegas is tenuous. We've made great strides, sure, but the NCR is not welcome here, merely tolerated. And even then, not by everyone. We've had reports of violence against NCR citizens in a neighborhood just to the northeast called Freeside. Ever been there?
I have. It's just a slum.
I'm inclined to agree, but it's a slum with NCR citizens in it. And as such, it falls under my jurisdiction. Violence is something of a way of life there, but there's been a disturbing rise in the number of attacks on our people lately. More worrying is the fact that our sources suggest the violence is being perpetrated by the gang that runs the place, the Kings. I need someone to look into this that won't attract attention. Would you be interested?
Sure, I'll look into it.
Good. Our men have come up with two different plans for seeing an end to the violence. First, our sources have tracked most of the attacks back to a king named Pacer. The consensus is that the violence will stop if he's removed. The problem is we can't simply kill him. In the current climate, the NCR would likely be blamed for his death. There is an alternative option, but my sources feel that getting rid of this Pacer fellow is our best shot.
If I can't just kill him, what did you want me to do?
Make it look like an accident, or pin the deed on someone else. Look into this guy's affairs, and I'm sure you'll find something you can use.
I've heard that there's bad blood between Pacer and the Van Graff family.
See? That's exactly the type of information we can use. In fact, that's perfect. Those fancy weapons the Van Graffs peddle aren't exactly common. It goes without saying that actually getting the Van Graffs to do the deed would be the ideal solution. However, if Pacer were killed with either a laser or a plasma-based weapon, everyone would automatically assume the Van Graffs did it. Still, unless you want several dozen armed men at your throat, you'd have to kill him without being seen. Be careful. I'll leave the method up to you. However, there is an alternative if you'd rather try to handle things without bloodshed. In that case, we could take a different tact, but one that I at least have more experience with: diplomacy. If we can't go after the man responsible, we'll simply appeal to the man above him. The Kings, including our friend Pacer, report to the leader of their gang, a man who calls himself the King.
What would I need to do?
Go and talk to the King. Try to convince him to put an end to this violence. Pacer's a punk, but he won't likely disobey a direct order. The King might not be open to the idea at first, so you may have to integrate yourself with him. Do whatever it takes. When it's done, one way or the other, Report back here, and we'll take it from there.
I guess I'll go and have a talk with the king then.
I wish you luck. If you run into some difficulty and think you'd rather just take the shot with Pacer, that's fine too.
I mean, it would be good to kill Pacer, because Pacer sucks. But, I don't know, I don't think we'll do that yet. So anyway, the other thing I was thinking of, actually, originally I said I would do Vault 34, but I'm actually going to save it for a different day. Now, I could go and get one of the other partners. We could go and get Veronica, who is at Trading Post 1888. Or we could go to the Mojave Outpost and get Cass. Because I don't want to do the Boone quest today, but I know we need to go down here and do some stuff with Boone so he will trust us more. So we'll do that a different day. So, I guess let's go to the train post and get Veronica. And then we'll decide what to do from there after we've talked to her. We'll send Boone back home for now. Let me just see if there's anything I need off of him. Steak. I like how he's still got the chainsaw. Metal armor. I think we're good here, actually. I'll take some of his microfusion cells, though. How much will... Ooh, that's weighing me down quite a bit. I should sell this NCR cash. I keep forgetting to do that. Let me give you 6 of these, Boone. There we go. Done. And then let's send
what is it?
Boone home for a bit. We're going to get him in an episode or two's time. I think we should part ways for now, Boone.
Is it?
I do. We'll meet up at the Lucky 38. Oh, actually, let's send him back home. Yeah, that's what I think. You should head back home.
Alright. Guess I'll be around Novak for a while longer until I figure out what I want to do with myself. See you around.
Hey.
Hey.
Couldn't get enough of talking to me the first time, huh?
I'm ready to travel with you.
Good. I'd hoped you'd come around. Shall we?
Let's go.
Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I ask you about the Brotherhood because I'm one of them. I know, but I had to know how you react when I told you. We have made a lot of enemies. You still okay bringing me along?
Actually, I'm more comfortable now that... Absolutely not, you misled me on purpose. Actually, I'm more comfortable now that I know you've had some training.
I'm great at punching people. I'm not gonna lie. It's a gift. Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand. Let's hit the road, huh?
Cool.
A bunch of shut-ins who scorn outsiders and hold technology over them. Gee, where have I heard that one before?
Okay. What could we do first? We could go out actually to Vault 22, but I'm not sure how we get there. Do we have to cross the desert past all the cazadors? Let's try going over there. Because I don't really want to run past all those cazadors. Especially if Veronica here is a unarmed specialist. Things could get a little bit rough. Not sure I could keep her alive. I mean, I could always snipe off the cazadors from a distance. But I think Vault 22 is just out there. Although it could actually be back up the mountainside. And then on the other side of these mountains. Which is entirely possible as well. There's also that spot up there. All the way up there. Now I was looking at, it's like on the mountainside. I think it's a NCR camp possibly. I don't know. Let's take this sniper rifle. And let's travel across here. Keep an eye out for any cazadors. And I'll pick them off one by one. While we make our way across. I did buy some more armor-piercing rounds. Just in case we run into Legion. Because those armor-piercing rounds should be really good. Should be able to take care of Legion, no problems. Maybe the cazadors are further up. Oh no, there's one there. Is there any others that are closer? I think there's just that one. Oh, there's a couple over there. Can't VATS into them. We should probably talk to Veronica as well, actually. That could be good. But, let me just deal with these cazadors first. Got a bit of a frame rate stutter for a second there. That's one of them down. I didn't like how close he was coming. Crippled his legs. There we go. I didn't want to miss my shot. It's gonna be weird not having Boone's ability. Being able to spot enemies from further distances. I think, yeah, let's talk to Veronica real quick.
You can't help but notice that the Brotherhood barely exists to these people out here. We're like an urban myth, no real presence on the outside. We just don't adapt like we should. Used to be that all you needed to get your way was a suit of power armor and a laser rifle. Now, people are armed and organized. They're not afraid. But we still stick to our old approach because it's all we know.
I'm gonna say I've not really seen any Brotherhood in this game. Like, we know of a few Brotherhood people, like there was Christine and Elijah. But we've not really seen any while out in the wastes. The Brotherhood is living in the past. Eventually they'll have to change.
I think you're right. We're getting desperate. Hardly enough people to sustain ourselves as a chapter. They'll see the light, sooner or later. But I get the feeling if I don't take matters into my own hands, the change won't come in time to make a difference.
You know what? Tell me about yourself.
I like long walks in the desert and candlelit metal workshops.
How can I best use your skills?
I like punching things, but sometimes shooting things just has to do.
Anything else?
Yeah, I've been taking things apart and putting them back together since before I said my first word. You want to build something? Talk to me, and we can do it right there on the spot. Workbenches are for novices. Who knows? I might even be able to show you a Brotherhood trick or two.
That's awesome. So she can craft for us while out in the field instead of just having to go up to a workbench. Not that I craft very often, but maybe I could take advantage of this.
My favorite subject.
See what else she's got to say. What are your goals?
I want a dress.
A dress?
Yeah, a good one. Something elegant and classy, you know? But still stylish. Something that's eye-catching and sexy, but also says, don't fuck with me. I keep hoping I'll come across some old-world designer gown when I'm scavenging, but it never happens. Maybe I should move back to California.
That's your goal? You want a nice dress?
Hey, you try getting a date wearing scribe robes. Might as well be wearing sweatpants. I just like them, you know? They make you feel like a woman. Those ladies, before the war, they knew what they were doing.
Tell me something else about you.
Can I?
Oops. Who was Father Elijah to you?
I would say he was my tutor, but that doesn't cover it. After my parents passed, he looked after me. The whole Brotherhood brought me up, really, but he made sure of it. I never had a grandfather, not that I knew anyway, but Elijah was in some ways what I'd imagine a grandfather to be.
Did you follow him Did you follow him from California?
It was by his request, actually. He cleared it with the other elders. Somehow. They sent him to look into the dam. There was a time when I'd have begged to follow. Watch him at work. He did. For years, he fought with the council. Taught me to question our direction. Meanwhile, he'd become more out of touch than all of them. On our way east, he demanded we stop at Helios 1 to examine it. While we were there, we received word that the NCR had taken the dam. He was furious. Called it children playing with a bomb, but he was mad because we'd lost its power. What we'd use it for. He didn't even care.
How is that different from how any other elder would have reacted?
They're cautious. When they discover something, they respect it, learn its limits, consider how to preserve it. Used to drive Father Elijah crazy. He liked to learn limits too, but only so he could push them. That's not to excuse the other elders, though. They all covet technology for its own sake. Some are just more fanatical than others.
Ever try to talk sense into him?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't help him. He just didn't listen, and the idea that people talk back to him... If he could have made the Brotherhood act like machines, ordering them around with the push of a button, he would have.
What did you learn from him?
Elijah could look at an old device and immediately understand what made it work. And he could see its potential, where it fit with other technology. It's not something he could teach, but he tried with me. Some of it stuck. But that's what he taught me. You ask what I learned from him.
How is that different? What did you learn from him?
I learned what I don't want to become. In the end, there was just him and his vision. Nothing and no one else.
Were you close?
Yeah. I miss him.
Where is he now?
I don't know. Last time anyone saw him was in the battle at Helios 1. I wasn't there. He gave orders to hold the plant until he could be reactivated. But he ran out of time. The NCR overran it. Everyone thought he was dead. But I got a note from him at a comm station. That's how he liked to talk, even to me. He wasn't good at face-to-face.
What was in the note?
It was... strange. Even for Father Elijah. He's always been unstable, but this was... something else. I don't want to say delusional, but I don't know what else to call it. The only thing familiar about it was the signature. He said the Brotherhood was doomed, but that he'd return, save us. But the way he said it... I don't know. Said he'd return with one of the greatest treasures of the old world, make the Mojave like it was meant to be. Wipe the slate clean.
Okay. Let's see what she can
Step
craft
into
for
my
us.
office.
So she could craft this Cyberdog gun upgrade to Fido. What would that cost us? Would that cost us anything? Oh, that'd upgrade it to 44. I don't know if I want to do that because I like my 44 at the moment. She can also convert and recycle. I've also, if I do any of this, I'm going to be like super weighed down, so best not to do that now. Okay.
See you around.
I don't understand why it says goodbye when it's when you're your companions, you know, and they're still coming with you. Okay. Let's not use the sniper rifle anymore. I don't think there's going to be any more Cazadors. Let's just go back to the trail carbine and see what's around here. Stay out. The plants kill. Oh. Hi, Mantis. Oh, I'm still wearing the rebreather. I should probably take that off, actually. Let's see. Let's put on health regeneration, perception, endurance. I don't have anything else. I like having a crit chance from the first recon beret. Let's put the atomic violence back on. I don't actually know where my sunglasses are gone. You gonna punch them, Veronica? Nice.
Hey.
Cool.
I've had worse.
Mantis didn't stand a chance. Why can't I move? That was weird. Mantis foreleg. You know what, I'm curious.
Does jumping at them with my fists count as ranged? Fine.
So she has a
Yes!
pistol.
Finally! Everything is coming up, Veronica.
Stay out. The plants kill. Let's go inside. Yeah, this is different for this game. It's very bright and colourful. And yeah, the vault has like been cracked open.
What'd you think of Mr. House? I was surprised he only had the 2 robot sex slaves.
I was wondering if she had anything to say about this, but no. Okay. Let's have a wander inside here. Because the vault's always interesting to go to. There's a duffel bag here. Some rounds. Some scotch. There's some pork beans here. I should get those. We've got a pre-war book. Programmer's Digest. Vault 22 in Interlab Network. Main entrance security station. Warning, system integrity compromised. Unauthorized login. That's quite a login. Vault 22 Expedition, Entry 1. I've established a temporary camp inside the entrance of the vault. Power inside is minimal, but still running, and I've managed to back into one of their security terminals. The logs show that several people have entered the vault over the past few months, but none have left. It's getting late, so I'll resume the expedition in the morning. Keely out. Number 2. The growth in the interior matches the exterior to a T. It's a little surprising given the scarcity of sunlight in the entrance room. But even more surprising is that they seem to originate from further below. Maybe the fool Hildern was onto something after all. Because my Pip-Boy is on the fritz, I'll try to keep a running log of my discoveries in whatever computers I can find, and collate the data before leaving. Oh yeah, because we had a quest, didn't we, from Camp McCarran for this place, to find a missing person. So apparently this is all overgrown, and we've learned the plants kill. I think we'll be running into some very nasty plants soon. The elevator does not seem to be working. You could probably pop open a nearby panel and tinker with it to get the elevator working. The elevator door opens without a hitch. Buttons corresponding to different levels of the vault glow faintly along the wall. Which one do you press? Man, it's got 5 levels. Let's leave the elevator alone for now. But yeah, that gives it experience. Let's use the stairs. Oxygen recycling. So we've got a lab here. Oh yeah, look, it's like a tree growing in the middle of this room. That's cool. colourful. UV light. Is that something we can use? No. We've got another terminal though. Expedition entry number 3. This level seems to have been devoted to the study of atmospheric effect on plants, with a concentration on producing plants with a high oxygen yield. Given the problems these vaults were known to have, it sounds like a reasonable avenue for research. It's strange, but some sections of the machinery down here appear to have been modified for some reason or some unknown purpose. The restraints regarding oxygen content and systematic pressure has been bypassed. I've been hearing a strange chittering sound for some time now, and finally discovered its source. There's some kind of giant mantises that have taken up residence in the vault. I almost ran smack into one the other day, but the creatures don't appear to react to my presence at all. Perhaps the others sent here ran afoul of the creatures, but I can't see how a few scattered insects could pose much of a problem to experienced mercs. So were the mantises the ones to blame? Did they come and destroy everything? Probably not. I can definitely hear them somewhere. Check inventory. It didn't seem to do anything. Let's take a swig of water. Let's keep on moving. Let's figure, if we see any better power fists, we could always give it to Veronica as well. I think I've got one back at my hideout that we could give her. Hear like voices? Whispery voices? Noise complaints. Could maintenance look into the ductwork here on level 2 again? I know you guys took a look at this last week, but I swear the noise is back. I even have other people that can back me up on it this time too. I mean, what's the noise that you can hear? See, these plants, these flowers look special, but I don't think there's anything about them. Just seems like they're just growing stuff in here. What about in this room? You okay there, Veronica? Showing her teeth at me. Okay, let's head back this way. Yeah, looks like we've just got a lot of rooms here where it's... Ooh. I heard something for a second there. Yeah, it didn't look like there was anything there. Just elevated out the direction. But I heard an enemy up here, so... And I saw one on my map for a split second. Is there no other ways around? Like no other rooms? Because I definitely heard something while I was in here. Very interesting. Into the food production we go. Hi. That's the elevator. Hello? Yep, yeah, he's hostile. Spore carrier. I wondered if he was going to attack us or not, because he just sort of just sat there. Apparently he was being creepy. Sometimes it does seem like your light isn't on this game. Entry 6. I finally found some of the bodies of the scientists that lived here. They appear to be overgrown with some form of lichen. They blend in so well with the other growth that I walked right by several of them without even noticing them. I've taken the proper precautions, but the lichen doesn't seem to be contagious, at least to ghouls. Entry 7. This level appears to be where they perform most of the research NCR is interested in. I've been able to collect a little, but the vast majority of the data from the research done here is inaccessible. I'll have to find the main backup and download it from there. Still hearing whispers. Really? I can't shoot him. I have to activate him. Go on, Veronica. Hey. Punch him, Veronica. There we go. Didn't stand a chance. We've got another computer terminal here. Status report 9228. Yields continue to improve. Splicing together cultivar GN188 with the existing corn samples has produced a hybrid that responds better to the artificial lights we have. On a side note, Dr. Peters has missed his third straight day due to illness. His work ethic hasn't exactly been stellar to this point. So, I'm requesting confirmation from the clinic that he is, in fact, sick. That's the wrong one. On a lark, the guys down in the pest control sent up a sample of substance one of their specimens secrete to attract insects. Tests show that substances has a mood-altering effect on smaller mammals. If anyone volunteers, we can begin human testing soon. Quite a number of the staff have begun to show symptoms of some of the viral infection. I've begun to order them to stay in bed and recover, but at this rate, there won't be anyone left to do research. Not much to report today. The mood is unusually somber in the wake of Dr. Peters' passing. There's a strange rumour going around that the commotion downstairs was caused by, of all things, Dr. Peters' corpse suddenly animating and attacking people. I don't know who would start such a vicious rumour, but it's in its exceptionally bad taste. In exceptionally bad taste. Food additive. Oh, that one actually made me jump.
For the Brotherhood.
Yeah, that's right. If you want to just keep punching Veronica, I'm not going to say no. I do kind of wish I had like a shotgun or something. But this is doing the job at the moment. Giant mantis.
Got my eyes peeled.
Doesn't seem to be anything in here. Well, Veronica seems determined to punch this mantis.
Got my eyes peeled.
Go on, Veronica, let's go. We've got this room here as well. Got a few terminals in here. Security request. Assistant Mathers went into the caves at 1846 today and still hasn't returned. Requesting security escort for science personnel to conduct a search. We need a medical team up here now. Dr. Peters just returned with one of the security escorts, who is horribly wounded. When I asked him where the other security officer was, he just paled and shook his head. In the meantime, Dr. Bailey has ordered that the door to the caves be sealed until further investigation can take place. Is anyone down there? Security is trying to hold off. Well, I don't know what they're trying to hold off. Please send security up at once. Dr. Bailey watching over his sick wife and daughter in their quarters down in the common area. I'm officially in charge of the level, and I am requesting security at once. Something bad happened here. That must be the way to the cave. Veronica's not too happy about this place. Let's heard something fall over. Disengage lock. Access denied. We're just gonna get a key. Let's go find a key, Veronica. Should we be checking these guys' bodies? I feel like these guys won't be carrying much on them, if anything at all. There's another one. I feel like these guys are a little bit glitched out. I feel like they shouldn't be just sat there like that. I feel like they should be laying down. What's your health like? You're good. So, to the common areas. Straight away we've got some enemies. Stairs are blocked off here. Yeah, this is definitely the common area. Got projector here. Not projecting anything though. Let's go into the overseer's office, maybe we'll get the key. Maybe the overseer himself has become a plant. It looks like we can't access the other side of the overseer's thing. I assume the overseer's got a underground section. What is... Something's like freaking out there. Empty lockers and filing cabinet's got something in it. Some caps. Unlock crew quarters. Unlock data backup. Unlock cabin access. Override engaged at door site. So we definitely need a key for that. Well, we've unlocked all the other places, so we should be able to go down to those. My worry here for Veronica is her just storming off to attack something below and running off to the doors and stairs without me. But I don't think she will. Now we've got a bunch of rooms here to check. Fresh apple. I didn't want a dinner plate. I do want all the fresh food though. I should really take all these, like go and collect a load of empty bottles and take them all back to the sink out in Big Mountain and get a load of stuff for myself. A load of water. Okay. Well, we're obviously carrying a bit too much, so maybe we should give Veronica something. We could give her one of Elijah's weapons. Although I wouldn't want her to, like, absolutely tear through all of that. We are carrying quite a few heavy weapons, though. See that pork and beans. Drink all that Nuka-Cola. And let's drink purified water. What's in door number 2? Some sunset sarsaparilla. There is a terminal in here as well. Entry number 8. I guess no one will miss this ridiculous trivia game. The questions weren't even that hard. It looks like this is where most of the people were when they died. The medical reports I found suggested that most of them succumbed to some kind of airborne infection. I'm going to see if I can convert some of the grow lamps into UV spectrometers to test the air for contaminants. After numerous attempts, I found a range that highlights the particles in the air that I believe killed everyone in this vault. Preliminary tests show that to be spores of some kind. I've set up spectrometers on several of the levels now, and the concentration appears to increase in the lower levels. At this point, I'm concerned that the plants here may constitute a danger to people of the NCR. It could do. Some potato crisps. That was a bad idea. Just put a jukebox on and just leave it playing in the background. So yeah, stim pack, and that's steady, and that rebound. I should probably really give Veronica something to carry for me, because I'm struggling to walk if I'm carrying like food and stuff, so come on, Veronica. I'll give her something.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Actually, I was going to. I'll give her something that she can't use up for now. Elijah's Tesla cannon is actually quite weighty. Then again, a Cyberdog gun is quite weighty. But that's more useful to us here than I think the Tesla cannon is, so we'll give her that to carry. It's interesting that she's got 22 rounds. She's got 20 rounds of 22 for some reason. Okay, let's carry on. There's another one of them spore creatures down there. The camera was like rolling around. I like there's mushrooms growing out of one of the toilets. So how do I go down to the floor below? Is it over here? Lower level, yeah. I like how he's laying on his back for a split second. It's a Brutus one. It's a little bit tougher. Good old punch. There's another one here.
Trouble.
Another terminal in here. A load of flamer fuel. Strange noises. Noises and vents. Action. Sent a team in to inspect. Result. Source problem not detected. Gas leak. Reports of possible gas leak. Several people have complained of coughing fits and other respiratory symptoms. Complete diagnostics of air circulation system was taken in action. The result was, though, that they discovered minor discrepancies in the mass of the air being pumped through the vault, but no harmful gases were detected. Also, some strange residue was detected on the air filters, which has been forwarded for identification. Swapped out filters just in case. So it did seem like they were trying to work out what was going on here and working towards finding out what there is in the air here, but it didn't seem like they were getting there with it. Veronica.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
I ain't got a dress for you, but I can give you a laser pistol and a few energy cells because, hey, you're Brotherhood, so Brotherhood like to use laser weapons and stuff. If I can find my bloody ammo. Here it is. I don't think she actually needs ammo, but, you know. I'll take it away some weight from me. More flamer fuel. I wonder if they're trying to tell me something. There is indeed a flamer here. Maybe we should use it. Maybe we're using this against the plants. $9mm. Okay. A little bit of flaming fuel on the ground. Some more microfusion cells. It would be nice to have some of those. I can't remember what uses energy cells here. They use microfusion cells, so I definitely want microfusion cells. Hey Veronica, I've got some more energy cells for you.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
For now. Here, carry all this. Let's go and find out why we are getting given the flamer. Well, that seemed very effective. Well, this has made things a lot quicker to deal with. It says there's still a spore carrier in here. Spore carrier runt. Yeah, it looks like everybody turned into spore carriers around here. There's a cave door keycard though. They didn't take as long to find as I thought it would. Easy killing. Some 22 jumpsuits. I need those for a quest, I believe. Like a jumpsuit from each of the vaults. Oh. Just go ahead, Veronica. Help yourself to punching a plant in the face. Is anyone in here? Doesn't look like it. Alex just ran up and just punched his plant though. That's pretty great. Wow, I'm low on flamer fuel already. I should go and get some more before we go too far. Because there was some more downstairs. There's like mushrooms growing around somebody who was sleeping in that room, it looked like. Just point and click. Pre-war book. Okay, there was another room for us to check down this way. Let me go and quickly grab myself some more flamer fuel though. Because there was another tool cabinet with some more in it. It would be handy to go and grab that. Never thought I'd see myself using a flamer, but here we are. There's a bit more in here as well on the ground. Hopefully we'll find some more. Into the clinic we go. Some stim packs, rebound. Nice. What's this terminal? Oh wow, that's a lot of case numbers. Case 162. Patient Peters. Dr. Peters is suffering from a severe case of pneumonia, the result of the spread of some sort of microorganism in his lungs. I've applied the usual treatment and requested that he refrain from working and stop by twice a day for observation. So there's quite a few updates for Peters. Group. Patients Mitchell, Cordella, Horton, Fujimoto, and Derrida? This entire group shows up throughout the course of the day displaying the same symptoms. They're remarkably similar to Dr. Peters' condition when he first came in a week ago. I hope we don't have a contagion on our hands. Peters. Dr. Peters isn't responding to the treatment, or more accurately, his body is actively rejecting the treatment. His condition has worsened, and I'm on the cusp of ordering exploratory surgery. Another group. Bailey. So we've got Elizabeth Bailey, Marsha Bailey, Garfield, Amy. We've got a lot of people here. Another group with chills, a fever, and a terrible racking cough. I'm recommending that they be separated from the general populace. Peters. Dr. Peters is dead. His vitals flatlined 10 minutes before he entered surgery. I declined to perform an autopsy immediately, and discovered his lungs were filled with some sort of fungal infection. Strangely, the fungus still shows evidence of growth, despite the death of its host. I'll consult with one of the mycologists on the 5th level and see if they can identify it. And the final update for Peters. I don't really know how to describe what just happened. One minute I was closing up for the day, and the next Dr. Peters' corpse sat up and attacked me. I was able to flee the office and seal it inside until security arrived. But what the hell is going on? If all recent illness are the same thing... Yep, that's all the updates in this computer. Got conductor, plunger. Don't know if there's anything else in here. Scalpel is some jet. Well, I guess what we have to do now is go into the elevator and go down to the bottom floor. Because I don't think we can go anywhere else. For now, at least.